Hey, welcome back to the Mellow Vybes channel. I'm in Tulsa and yeah, I got here last night. Yesterday was a dreadful nightmare and I was supposed to be here at 12:30 in the afternoon. I got here at like 7:45. So yeah, that's how my day went. So I didn't get to do like anything I planned, and I thought I was gonna wake up, at a good time and like come to this place, it's back there, Chimera, and have breakfast. And I guess, I have like 10 minutes or 9 minutes, because their breakfast menu will be done in a few minutes, but I'm not gonna bother. I'm not even hungry right now. I was very slow moving because I'm just exhausted. I just sleep for like 8.5 hours, but like I haven't slept the last few days really that much, so I really need more sleep. But I'm gonna come back here. I have stuff with the office is over here. Well, it's around the corner, and I have. Oh, this is like a venue. I have stuff with at the base from 10 to 12, and so I figure after that I will come have lunch and then go to my first apartment tour. So I'm in Tulsa. It's giving me Nashville vibes, from just the few the few minutes I've been out. The few minutes I've been out is giving me some Nashville vibes. So, but I'll be able to explore a little more here than I was in Nashville, because I was in Nashville. I was on a retreat. So yeah, it's like 75. So I like brought my jacket, and then I'm like, it feels hotter than that. It's gonna be hotter than that. It's gonna be 90. But I'm gonna be like out all day, so I wanted to bring it anyway because I don't know if I'll be able to stop back at my place before dinner tonight with the people I'm meeting right now. So yeah, check back in later.
Residents of Greenwood for the massacre itself. So this was all, the entire district was rebuilt. Many of the most prosperous days of Greenwood are post-race massacre. The community rebuilt, it was remarkably resilient. What ends up doing in Greenwood the second time is the urban renewal policies. It's the gutting of downtowns. It's the white flight that kind of came along with that. But this was all post-race massacre, completely rebuilt. In fact, the Williams building here at the end was built in 1922, which means it was built in basically a year from the day of the massacre, which is remarkable. So we'll continue straight here. We'll take this right. And when you look on your left, you'll see Greenwood Rising. Greenwood Rising is the legacy center that was built during the centennial. It tells an incredibly powerful story about Greenwood before, during, and after the massacre. I strongly encourage visiting it. It's completely free to visit. You just have to sign up in advance for like a time slot. Over here on the left. It's a really, it's a beautiful experience. It's very intense, but it's important. And so I really encourage folks, if you have the extra time or when you eventually move to Tulsa, you should absolutely visit it. We would be visiting it today, but it's hard to fit into it. It takes, you need time to really sit with it. All right, so we're still in Greenwood, but I want you to look to your right and see the One Oak Field. If you're a minor league sports fan, our primary mission at the George Kaiser Family Foundation is to end intergenerational poverty, right? That's where the vast majority of our resources go. For the first 15 years of the foundation, we only spent on early childhood education, criminal justice reform, maternal health, affordable housing. That's still where over 80% every year of our funds go. And I realized we had a two-pronged issue where we were losing, even if we had kids learning and growing really well in Tulsa, they were leaving. We had brain drain, right? Our civic leaders of tomorrow were moving to Dallas or, God forbid, Oklahoma City. And it wasn't helping us with our primary mission. So we built a park like this in part to have the place-based, make it easy for those families to stay in Tulsa, for people who want to develop here in Tulsa. But also, let's think about public amenities often in the United States, right? They're maybe run down, maybe the bathroom's dirty. And what does that tell a generation of kids who grow up and say, this is what I own in commune, and it kind of stinks, right? How do we take a generation of Tulsans and say, this is your public park? It is a fun park for kiddos, that's for sure.
I just want to be a kid again.
See someone enjoying our zip line. So you can climb up this feature, and through a series of rope and bouncing bridges, you end up over here on the big slide.
So cool.
Shoot off the big slide if you weigh as much as I do, and you fall on your butt.
Some of us got padding, you're good.
Well, and all of that
Extra
is
padding.
cork, so you bounce. That's not hard cemented. Everything in this park is free, except the only thing you'd ever spend money on is there's 3 concessions areas if you wanted to buy a concession. Those concessions, though, are price controlled. So there's no reason you ever have to spend money at the park. If you want to, we try to make sure that's accessible for all Tulsans. Again, it functions like an amusement park. In fact, most of the staff we have that works here, including the executive director, came from Disneyland. But it is a public park. But it has a lot of the features that you would expect maybe of an amusement park. In peak season, it employs well over 200 individuals between the gardeners, the staff, and all the staff buildings. You won't see them; they're buried underground. So we didn't want to waste space with a big building for all of our warehouse equipment and things. It's actually all buried underneath that hill. There's large portions of the park that also span the road we came in on, so you'll never know, but you'd be above the road.
Okay, I'm back where I started, and I just ate my taco at Chimera. Just like shoved in my mouth really fast. I had like black bean and tempeh. I'll put a picture. I am 13 minutes out from my first tour, so I'm waiting for my Uber right now. I was like, I'm ready to go, great, and then I realized I spilled freaking salsa on my shorts, and I hope it's not too noticeable, and I hope, if you can see it, I hope I can get it out when I get back home in Massachusetts with some shout, because he's like, I like these shorts. I've had them for a long time, but they look brand new. Until now, that was a really good tour. I'm excited, actually. So, see what the rest of the day brings. I can't film for too long. I am like, my battery is dwindling, and I'm like, I still have to be out for like 5 more hours or something, or more. I'm coming from the second apartment tour. This is Polo Run, and I really like it. I liked the first one. I wasn't sure if I saw myself there, but I liked the guy who showed me around. He was so cool, Deontay, and it has like all the things. It seemed a little dark. Well, you know, apartments barely have lighting anymore, but it was good. I think I prefer the layout, the layout of the first one to this in terms of the bathrooms, because this is kind of like hotel setup where like the sinks are outside of the bathroom and like the sink is in your bedroom. It's kind of strange, but other than that, like I really like this one a lot, and I really love the person I was talking to too as well, Diane. So we'll see. Like I have another one today to go to, but I'm gonna try to walk to the grocery store right now since there's places that are walkable, which wasn't really a thing, like super close with the last place. Just to wrap up the day, I am back. I got back like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, maybe less, from dinner. I was out for like 3 hours. I've been all around. I don't even know what I'm putting in here, but I'll probably put pictures here of the couple pictures I took of the Mother Road Market. So if you've been to Philly, it's kind of like Reading Terminal, where there's like all these different little food places, and so they gave us all like $25 certificates to like any of the food places. So I used them at different spots. I had some, vegan sushi, which is light, so I could eat again, and I'm going to. And I got some agua de Jamaica and from another spot, and then I was like, oh, I have like $8.70 something left, and then I ended up getting bread, so I went a little bit over, but I had to get like this massive baguette. I didn't realize because I was seeing it from this view and I thought it was like a regular baguette, but I'm like, yo, this is big. I'll probably be packing that and not opening it at all. And I got focaccia, this roasted garlic focaccia. Dang. Okay, there we go. So, good deal. Oh, I don't think I gave it a tour of this apartment, and will I do that real quick? Sure. It's kind of awkward, as I was telling my mom, because I feel like they would have had to have tried it the other way first, because this only makes sense, because I was like, it's weird that the kitchen is right here. So I thought it was a studio. I thought I was seeing everything in one room, but it's not. It's bigger. So it's like this hallway. There's like a laundry room. in here. So, and then like bathroom is here. Yeah. And then there is another, this is a locked door. So it's probably a 2-bedroom. And then there's another, like the living room is out here, but like the closet's here. So I'm like, this is probably the bedroom. Like, I was like, why wouldn't this be the bedroom? Because I have to come all the way over here to get dressed. I'm thinking because they put the entrance here that they made it the living room, but I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you can walk in and have your bedroom. It's fine. Like, it's not your actual house. It's an Airbnb. I feel like this is probably actually the entrance because this is actually a little casita that's behind the main house. So, yeah. Anyway, so my day, I've seen 3 apartments. I've spent like $80 on Uber. I've never spent that much. But I've really like crossed several parts of the town, and that's why it's been like that. And I'm like, am I really gonna spend like $80 each day? Good thing I budget for travel, but like I didn't budget that much, so now I'm like I have to like restructure everything. But I don't think I have to buy any food. So like I still have the food that I came here with, so I still have that. And then I just bought this bread. I went and bought wine after the second apartment because it was like walkable. That's points on that second apartment because it was walkable to the grocery store. There was a ton of places around it. So like that's my top. I sent everything to my fiance. I think the top is the first apartment, but it's actually not really walkable to anything. So that all has to be factored in. Anyway, yeah, and then dinner, like just talking, meeting the people. There are people that have already moved, so they were just they had one woman I am like probably gonna be hanging out with when I move here. Like she moved like 2 days ago. The other woman, like she's here with her husband, and I think they've been here for like a month, but they haven't found a place yet, so they're just like they're in an Airbnb. Anyway, they're super cool. I wanted to try to like, I just found out like there's a hosted tour that the program's doing of Black Wall Street. We went through that today, but like an actual hosted tour of Black Wall Street on Saturday, and I'm like, I don't actually think I was gonna try to like make it because it's 10 to 12, and then I have my first apartment tour that day at 12, but like it doesn't make any sense because I actually have to check out of this Airbnb at 11, so like I can't, like I just can't, like it's gonna be too much. Like I haven't had any time to like you know, like when am I gonna sleep? So I don't want to have to like wake up super early and then like pack my stuff and then bring it on a tour. Like I'm already gonna have to bring my stuff on the apartment tours. I'm not gonna like then be out super early bringing it on a tour before then. It's not making sense. Whatever, they host this tour every month, so like when I come here I can take that tour and it will be free, so I'll just do that then. Like I wanted to see the girls again, but I'm like I'll be seeing them, I'll be here. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this day. I probably won't film stuff for the next couple days because I need to conserve space and also like I'm running around way too much. It's kind of a lot. So part of me really wants to just like pick something out of the 3 apartments I saw today, and I know which one it would be. But the other part is like, well, I have 6 more, and maybe there's something else that'll be like even greater and have all the things. So we'll see. So yeah, wrapping up this video. Like I just really like the people that I met today, and especially like one of them, she's like, oh, your energy, and like she's like, oh, and like I love when people like, you know, they vibe. She's like, you have really good energy, and like, oh my gosh. And the other one was like, oh, I can see how your fiance was so like drawn to you so quickly because I've only been talking to you for a half hour and I'm pulled in. I was like, okay. So anyway, I am gonna go and do something, relax. It's been a day, so but in a good way. All right, peace and mellow vibes.